I'm joining Miss Sasha Renee right here, right now. What's going on?
What's up, Kenny? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for being on this show. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me.
So, I like to tell stories on this show,
Okay.
especially as it pertains to people I've met like yourself. So back in 2015 at Al's Bar, Divine Kawama, shout out to him. He had a monthly show called Brown Sugar. You was one of the
Yes.
performers that night. And it's rare that a Louisville person comes here to perform or whatnot. Because if anyone drives from Lexington to Louisville, vice versa, that's a long ass drive. I'm just gonna put it out there. I drove there several times myself. So I seen you perform, and I'm like, I like this woman from Louisville. I like what she's doing. And then when you rap over the Coco beat, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
You went
Yes.
in, so I became a fan of yours since that night. And then when I hear he was coming back here, I was like, I gotta see her again and actually talk to the woman, cause first time we didn't get it that chance, we didn't get that opportunity. So I seen you
Right.
again, and you performed songs off the EP,
Yes.
and I got me a copy of the EP. As a matter of fact, I played the I Am Sasha Renee joint before you call in.
Oh, dope, dope, dope.
So fast forward, I'm cool with you. Like I love what you're doing, what you're representing. Um, there are ladies out there that can spit people, and Sasha Renee fits that void for sure. So, and again, thank you so much for being on the show. I want to just get into this I Am Sasha Renee EP.
Yes.
What was it like working on it, and the vibe that you had, and everything about it? Like, what was the process like working on this EP?
Man, so I finally got the EP out at the end of April. I dropped it on April 28th of this year, but I had actually started recording sometime in the fall of 2016. I worked on the first record with Corey Black, which was Only Friends, and ended up releasing that, I believe, in November of last year. So that was the beginning. At that point, I wasn't done with the project yet. I kind of took my time on it. I knew I wanted to work with some other dope artists from Louisville, Otis Jr., my younger brother, Charisma, and, of course, Corey. So I ended up from there shooting a video for the I Am Sasha Renee single, which was the second single that I released from the EP. I think we released the video back in March.
Hmm.
And then from there, I worked on the record with Otis Jr. and Charisma, uh, the Fire record, which is the first one on the project. And really, I wanted to give people a representation of who I am and the transition that I've made over the last 2 years since I last released a project. So that's pretty much what it was about. And I think that I embodied that by giving people some real stories from my life and a part of who I am.
That is so amazing. Like this EP, like it blew my mind. Like I was like, my goodness, I've never been so hype about a local hip hop album, and
Oh, that's dope.
in quite some time. And Louisville, you got a lot going on. A lot of talented artists out there. I've interviewed
Oh, yeah.
people from Louisville, hip hop, rock, pop, country, etc. It's very heavy on the R&B and hip hop side. I know. Interview guys like Wamil. I've interviewed Jordan Jetson. I've interviewed
Oh, yeah.
all types of people, and now having you on, you definitely rep Louisville. You rep heavy for the city, and you not only that, you do shows. You not only you perform on shows, but you book shows yourselves, and that's awesome. And
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a lot of talent up here in Louisville. So that's why I do what I do as far as booking the shows and putting on the vibe every week. I mean, the talent here is so deep that there should never be a week that goes by that there's not a local hip-hop show going on in the city. So I had to step in and just make sure that was happening because we have so many talented artists.
Absolutely. And, I live in Lexington. There are some hip-hop artists out there. It's just that we don't have that vibe type of show. We don't have a weekly hip-hop show. It's more like a monthly show. Like I know people try to do shows out there, like Divine. He's bringing a show back recently, which is more focused on hip hop and poetry, putting those two together. But that's not a full-fledged hip hop show every week like the Vibe in Louisville. And I hope we get one because there's a lot of talented artists out here. But I do love what y'all doing out there in Louisville. I do listen. I do keep my eyes out on everything. I know people that knows people in Louisville that keep me posted what's going on. And it helps when you got a guy like R.J. Meads who works for all of Kentucky. He posts everybody, including himself.
Yeah, he's on it.
So, shout out to R.J. Meads. So, I want to talk about a song in particular on I Am Sasha Renee called "The Freedom," and I looked at and I like to look at the who produced the beats and things like that. This is a Jay Dilla beat, I believe.
Yeah.
Jay Dilla himself, rest in peace. How did you end up getting a beat from the legend?
Well, I didn't get a beat from the legend, so it is a cover.
Yeah.
The track is a cover, but I went through a lot of old Jay Dilla beats, and I knew I wanted to do something because that's my vibe. You know what I'm saying? I wish that I was around when Jay Dilla was making music. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla. But I definitely had to do a classic for the EP. And there are a lot of classic producers who I want to cover moving forward. And I'll usually do one or two tracks from a classic producer on my project. So, definitely had to get some of the real hip-hop soul vibes, jazzy soul vibes going with the boy Jay Dilla.
Oh, yeah. Jay Dilla, how can I say this about this guy? Like, if you're a real hip-hop head and you enjoy beats like his, that's not over the top, and that really gives an artist to actually hear their voice when they spitting, like, you gonna enjoy a Jay Dilla produced beat. And when I first heard this song you performed it at the showcase a while back, and I'm like, considering what's going on in this country right now, and so much tension and everything, we definitely I feel like I needed to hear a song like that just to calm myself down and just say I want freedom. Like, we're still fighting for it to this day. It's 2017, and we're still struggling for that freedom, literally and figuratively. So that's definitely one of the standout tracks to me on this EP, and I enjoyed it for sure. So I Am Sasha Renee is available digitally and physically. She got copies and everything. You can purchase it digitally as well. It's all over the place. So go get it. It's definitely.
Yeah, man. I mean, literally, there are no excuses. It's on Tidal. It's on Spotify, Apple Music. Wherever you're looking for music, you're going to find the EP. So, I mean, it's available streaming free in a lot of places. So, definitely.
And, congratulations are in order for you, Miss Renee, because a couple of weeks ago there was an award show here in Louisville, and you won yourself.
Yes.
Congratulations, and how does it feel?
Thank you.
And how does
yeah, so I was nominated for 2 awards at the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Award Show, and I took one of them home, and that was #1 female hip hop artist in Kentucky. It was a phenomenal feeling. Like, I had been nominated many times in the past. I think as early as 2011, I had been nominated, but I had never won the award. I've been doing my thing on this scene in Kentucky for a while now, so to finally, you know what I'm saying, get some recognition for that, it was super dope.
Definitely well deserved. I mean, you put a lot of hard work this past year, and to see a picture of you holding that very nice shiny award,
Yeah,
it's
it was a
definitely
dope feeling.
it was quite the feeling, and I'm happy for you.
Yes,
And
thank you.
congrats to all the winners as well. Um, we was talking about the vibe a little bit earlier. For
Uh-huh.
those like myself that hasn't had a chance to go to the vibe, how would you best describe the vibe, and what can people expect for first time goers that gets to go to the vibe?
It's really underground, so we do a mix of hip hop, R&B. We welcome any kind of music, but generally speaking, it is catered to a hip hop R&B crowd, and we usually have hip hop R&B artists perform. But every now and then you get a little bit of live music, somebody coming there just uh, with a little something different. We also do poetry and comedy. So, I mean, you got this night filled with entertainment. We do 16 acts. It's super underground. Everybody gets like a song or two, gets on stage, does their thing, and the talent is high. We also have a lot of first-time performers come at the vibe. So, I mean, you got a dope host. Lance Newman hosts twice a month. He's one of the dopest poets here in the city. And then DJ Party All Weekend Spinning. Tez of Too Deep, which is another dope artist from Louisville. He hosts once a month as well for his radio station. So it's just good vibes, man. You got a lot of heavy hitters in the city and the state coming through every single week, any given Thursday, and doing their thing and just collaborating to make this super dope vibe, underground hip-hop show vibe with a little sprinkle of poetry and comedy. It's something different, and I don't think there's anything else going on quite like this in the region. So it's definitely worth coming up to Louisville and checking out one Thursday night.
It's definitely gonna take a miracle for me to get there, let alone get back to get back safe and sound and everything. And it's a long drive, but you definitely convinced me to go to one in the future. It's just a matter of time. I can easily go to shows in Lexington because I live there, but Louisville, I understand you driving from Louisville to Lexington, it could be something. So, but
Oh, yeah.
but the vibe definitely a must attend to all the Louisville people out there, especially those who just want to get themselves heard. Hip hop artists, R&B singer, comedian, poets out there. There is a platform out there. It's just a matter of where to go to. Go to the vibe. Tell Sasha,
Oh, yeah.
tell Sasha I sent you if you happen to go from Lexington to Louisville for all I know. So in addition to the EP, in addition to the awards and the vibe, what else you have in store for the remainder of 2017 as far as shows, maybe new music, or anything that you want people to know?
Yeah, so I have an upcoming show September 9th at the Black Market. The Black Market is going to be like a Black Expo. I mean, it's going to be Black-owned business vendors. I think they have like 40-plus vendors. You're going to have Black art display. You're going to have Black artists perform, including myself, of course. And it's just going to be a dope experience. That's September 9th here in Louisville at the Warehouse. It's pretty much an all-day thing. It starts at 11:30. I think they're going late sometime that night. I'm not sure the exact end time, but maybe like 10 or 11 o'clock. So it's going to be an all-day thing. So if y'all want to come support Black-owned businesses in Louisville, that is definitely worth sliding to. Also on the agenda, October the 8th, I'm going back down to Atlanta and performing live at the Music Room. And that's actually A3C weekend, so it's going to be huge. So that's what I got on the schedule for the rest of the year so far as shows go. And I plan to get back in the studio soon so we can get another EP out before the year's over. So that's what it's looking like right now. If you keep up with me though on social media, you can see the new shows that I book on the schedule and also keep up with the next project.
That is Absolutely awesome. Definitely look forward to hearing more of you. And I mean, with your talents and everything, I'm gonna need all you Lexington venues out there: Owl's Bar, Cosmic Charlie's, The Burl, Someone, Somebody. And this is from a fan and a radio host. Please book Sasha Renee back here to Lexington. Um, this woman is phenomenal and talented, and she's a very talented artist for real. So all you Lexington venues, I'm calling you out. Please, please book Sasha Renee. Somebody. I know some people that knows this lovely lady. I'm just gonna put that out there. Um, but Sasha, great chatting with you. I know you are a very extremely busy woman, but thank you for taking the time to join
Absolutely.
me, and continue success, and definitely keep in touch for sure, and hopefully you'll be back here in Lexington in the future.
Oh yeah, I love coming down. So it's just a matter, like you said,
Mhm.
when you book, I'm there. I'm there. So I appreciate you having me, Kenny.
Mhm.
SashaReneeMusic.com. Make sure y'all check out the I Am Sasha Renee EP.
And like she said, there's no excuse. She got it like literally everywhere, on every digital website you can think of, and stream it, but more importantly, purchase it. Support your local artists. That's what I do, and you should do so too. The mainstream people get enough love as it is. You got all these talented people like Sasha Renee, so go check her out. You have a good night. Have a great Labor Day weekend.